What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, what's up? How are you? My name is Jillian, and we are here currently in Chicago in Chinatown. Now, it is starting to pour down rain, as you all can see here. So I am actually standing under a covered area, but we are going to head over to MCCB to grab some delicious Sichuan and other Chinese food delights. More specifically, we're going to be scoping out that mapo tofu, maybe a little bit of dim sum, and whatever else just happens to look tasty on the menu. Now, if it was not pouring rain, I would show you all a little bit of what this area looks like. So I'm hoping that the rain lets up by the time we are done eating, and that way I can walk around, give you a little bit of a taste of what Chinatown looks like in Chicago. We are going to walk over to a novelty store. We're waiting, and it's one that is still under this covered area, so that way we are not getting poured on. Y'all, this is giving me straight up Florida vibes. Look at this. This is nuts. I am so happy that we made it underneath this awning before it started pouring like this. But the sky does look very pretty, admittedly. But this is absolutely insane. And just like that, y'all, it is clearing up. This is straight up like Florida. Pouring for like 10 minutes and then stopping, which is great because I want to walk around and show you all while we're on the wait list for MCCB what everything looks like over here. So I'm going to give this like a few more minutes, but these clouds are just so insane, y'all. Like, you see that lightning? It's just wild. Absolutely crazy. And Beyonce is performing tonight. I am so glad that I am going to her show that's happening on Saturday, because Soldier Field, which I thought was covered, apparently is not. So I would be livid if I were in this weather. So hopefully those that are in Chicago seeing Beyonce tonight, hopefully you are managing to stay dry out there. I imagine it's going to be delayed given the lightning and the intense weather, but good news is it's calming down and those lightning clouds are moving. Friends, our reservation has been called. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of MCCB.
You have a preference?
No. Do you have a preference? Thank you. Thank you. Menu is extensive, so what we decide to go with is a chicken dish, a beef dish, get some of that mapo tofu, and as well as see how we're feeling with those, because this is sort of like family style, so you're going to get bigger portions here. We also got a beef shumai. Typically, I've gotten shumai either with like shrimp and pork or pork, so this is my first time getting a beef-based shumai. Also, I am drinking a tea. Let me show you all what that looks like. So here is our pot of tea. I'm going to be drinking this primarily with my co-producer, and to show you all the inside, it's basically a jasmine pot of tea that also has a bit of rose in it. So It's going to be very floral and I think perfect for a rainy evening here in Chicago. So you all know, anytime you order hot tea, you need to let it steep for a few minutes before pouring it in. My tea has now been steeping for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it out.
It's what it is. There's been lots of playing in the sun.
And look at that. So you all know how we love to do things over here at Java and Journeys. Cheers. Thank you for joining me here at MCCB in Chicago.
We can give them a happy gown and
Yeah, it's good. No, it's just jasmine tea. It's nice. It's warming. It's not like it's something that's like super special like a bubble tea, but I will take something very warm and comforting on an evening like this any day of the week. Also, before coming here to MCCB, we went to the Art Institute Museum in Chicago, which was amazing. I wanted to do a lot of filming there, but I kind of felt weird filming. Like there's some people taking just, a couple pictures, and also they were very restrictive around filming in the corridor. So I just wanted to be respectful of that. So I don't have a lot of footage from it, but take a look. I'm a huge museum lover at heart, so I highly recommend that anytime you are in Chicago or any other major city, check out the museums. We just got our beef shumai, so let me show you all what that looks like. This looks so good. And it has like the spicy Sichuan sauce with our green onions at the top. I absolutely cannot wait to tuck into this. Y'all, look at this beef shumai. I wanted to, let you get up and close personal view of the deliciousness that I have on this spoon. In terms of spice level, we ordered this as a 2. My co-producer and sister have already tried this and said it's actually not as spicy as it looks, so let's try this out. That beef shumai was so delicious, but it was like piping hot. So it took me a minute to collect myself, but super flavorful, not spicy at all for that to be a 2. So I feel confident about the rest of our meal. And as we finished up the the beef shumai, the mapo tofu came out, which also is a fan favorite. And we got a couple sides of rice with this. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this one as well. View of this deliciousness. I cannot wait to get into it. And we're trying to be so careful because the last thing you want to do is get any type of Sichuan sauce on your clothes. It is such a pain in the butt to get it out. Thank you. So I'm trying to like eyeball and pay attention where I'm pouring. And y'all, guess what else just came out? This is our spicy dry chicken. Now, this was supposed to be a 3-pepper dish, and we asked them if they can actually cut it back because those of you all that are into Sichuan food, you know that it can get that very like numbing feeling in your mouth. So we wanted to not get too overwhelmed with that and still be able to enjoy the dish. So I am looking forward to trying out this dry chicken, and look at all those peppers, y'all. I cannot wait to try this out. And we also our honey Angus beef that just came out. Y'all check this out. It is glistening. It just looks so good. I cannot wait to also try this out. Y'all, I literally just have mapo tofu on my plate, so I'm going to hook it up with some of this Angus steak as well as this dry chicken. All right, y'all, now my mapo tofu is not looking as lonely. It has some company here. And we are going to start off by trying this Angus beef. It's pretty chewy. What did you think of it? I think that one's okay. Not my favorite dish. The steak is very, very, very chewy. Whitney was just saying this. It lacks some flavor. And I thought it'd have a bit of sweetness because this would be a honey Angus steak. Also, I think it's a little overcooked. Now, our server did tell us that there'll be some pinkiness in her, but that tastes like a very well done steak. That's okay. We're gonna try this. Move on to the dried chicken. Now that dried chicken is so good. I like that a lot better than the steak. And the mapo tofu, not gonna hold you all, I already just tried it. But you know we gotta do it one more time for the gram, aka YouTube. Here is our mapo tofu. Delicious. Now, those of y'all that are fans of mapo tofu, you already know what's up. I would say that if you don't like that Sichuan like numbing taste, it's not overpowering in this, but it will build. You may want to avoid it. And also, you can get the mapo tofu as a vegan option. Typically at a lot of places, ours actually has pork in it. So I think we have a good balance here of different types of meats and things that we're trying here. So I'm going to continue to enjoy this meal. And then once we get out of here, we'll walk around Chinatown a little bit. So as we're wrapping up our meal, our tea is now officially steeped to perfection. Y'all, look at the color. So when I poured this out, I know like immediately it still looked a little clear and translucent. Thank you. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. Y'all know I am not ashamed to admit when your girl like just missed the mark. So going back to that steeping conversation, let your tea steep. As a matter of fact, sometimes I feel like what ends up happening at a lot of places is that you have to just start eating and maybe get back to it after like 5 minutes or so. But this is like now much better now that it is a little bit more flavorful. It's steeped a bit longer. So we're going to finish up this tea and then head over to walk around Chinatown a little bit and then grab some bubble tea on our way back to the hotel. All right, y'all, we have our bubble tea. I got the guava mango. I've already taken a couple sips of this and it tastes more mango than guava. It's okay. Not my favorite bubble tea, but it will do. I'm gonna show you all the view while we're out here. And I think the part that's unfortunate is they close at 10. Right now it's about like 9:30, but you can tell that everyone was just trying to like get out. And so I think that it was a bit rushed. I always hate when that happens, but I get it. It's like we're ready to go home, we're ready to go home. But let's show you all the view of some of the places here in Chinatown. We're going to enjoy our little walk, continue to sip on our bubble tea. I think this is a different one. And as you can see, a lot of these places are getting ready to close. I think the rain and everything cleared a lot of people out. But I actually prefer it this way so that way we can actually like take a good look at everything. Ooh, y'all, look at this bubble tea place. And they have some waffles at this one. So this is Joy
So can you, I'm gonna
Plus. It's interesting. I know now I'm kind of like, I want to switch. I hate to throw out this, but well, let me show that. Y'all, look at these. Whitney and I have been wanting to try. Drop down in the comments if you tried these ice creams. I know these have gone viral, like on TikTok and Instagram. We're just a little full, so I'm hoping that we'll try this at some point. But they have sweet corn. That's kind of wild. But I am hoping to try the peach. I'm really interested in that at some point while we're here. This is really cool. There's a lot of places I'm like, man, that I would love to try. Y'all know I love me some Asian food. I love me some bubble tea. Like, this has been a great day. And Whitney was saying that this mango place is also in Florida and is popular. I have not been there. I have like a laundry list of places, y'all. There's an infinite amount of places to try in Orlando. That aren't always the chains that I feel majorly behind on, but we're gonna slowly cross off our list of places over time and continue our walk down here as more places start to close up. We are going to probably head out here very soon ourselves. And it hasn't gotten too chilly. I am nervous because tomorrow should be in the 70s if I'm not mistaken, but Saturday, which is when we're gonna go see the Queen, it's gonna be cold. I do have a jacket, I packed my leggings, but I think I'm actually going to channel my Gen Z vibes and get some tall socks to wear. Y'all, I'm a millennial through and through. We fought hard for our ankle socks, but I do want to make sure that I am feeling warm, that my feet aren't freezing, and my legs are staying pretty warm, or at least ankles, I should say, and lower leg. So I think I'm going to try to pick up some more socks, and I may end up wearing a crew neck sweater. I have a Texas Hold'em crew neck, and had I known how chilly it was going to be, instead of ordering a Cowboy Carter shirt, I would have gotten a sweater, but it's okay. It's all good. I'm just going to kind of see what it's like. And because Soldier Field is outdoors, again, I don't know why in my head I thought that it had a retractable roof. That is not the case. I'm like, I just want to make sure that we're not going to be focusing on style. We're going to be focusing on comfort and staying warm so we can enjoy the show. And Soldier Field is actually not too far away from here. So who knows, maybe we'll be able to pop over here and grab one of those ice creams before we take off. We'll see, TBD. And I'll say that Chinatown is very walkable over here. I've actually been quite surprised so far. Granted, this is my first day here in Chicago, but the terrain is actually pretty flat. And I think that that's common here in the Midwest for a lot of cities. So you all see it's pretty much more of the same in terms of a lot of restaurants, and we have some lights shut out further down, so I'm not going to walk all the way down, but this was really cool. It was really nice to come out here at night. And y'all, that concludes our journey. Thank you for joining me as always. And what did we learn? That it's always important to prioritize a quest for some good Asian food no matter where you're at. With that being said, everyone, I hope you have a good evening. Keep going. We have more Chicago adventures that I want you to keep binging. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you on the next journey. Stay caffeinated out there. Bye.